Good morning, everybody. Jeff here. Um, it is Saturday, January the 25th, 2010, Christmas Day, here and everywhere, obviously. Um, I did this last year, so I thought I'd do it again, just do a short little video here for my friends to tell them what's been going on with me and, uh, and that sort of thing. I'm going to go ahead and take these off because it looks like they're leaving really nasty reflections on the screen. So I'll see if I can still focus here. Let's see. Yes, it's Christmas. It's Christmas here in Atlanta. We are expecting snow, believe it or not. We're expecting snow here in Atlanta today. We literally may have a white Christmas, for what that's worth. It does snow here in Atlanta, and it always snows at least once a year. But usually it's only about 2 or 3 inches, and it never really sticks. So we do have some snow moving in. It's not here yet. As I look out the window, we're not even getting any rain yet. But it might be kind of cool. It might be kind of cool to have snow on Christmas Day. I certainly never had that in California, unless I was up in the mountains. Big Bear, Lake Arrowhead, or what have you. Little concern. There's a little bit of concern for us here, since Donna and I are planning on driving down to her mom's house in Columbus, which is about a 2-hour drive south of us here. And a little concerned, not so much getting down there, but getting back into town later on tonight, because Donna has to be back in town. She has to work tomorrow morning. So a little concerned about this weather. I'm sure it's going to be really pretty, but if it ends up causing a problem with traffic and getting back in town, then, well, we're just going to have to play it by ear. I know I've been getting some comments from my friends on Facebook about my hair. I am doing this on purpose. I am purposely growing my hair out. Usually when people ask, I usually tell them that, this is my midlife crisis, and since I can't afford a really cool sports car or anything like that, or what I really want, which would be a Mustang, since I can't afford that right now, I figured, letting my hair grow out is the next best thing. And I'm not trying to look like a hippie or anything. That's not the intent, although a lot of you have made jokes about that. But yeah, I just wanted to do it just to be different. I've never had my hair this long. Even back in the 70s, I never had it this long. So I just thought it'd be something interesting to try. And the truth of the matter is, Donna likes it as well. If Donna likes it, kind of hard for me to not do it. And I guess it's the longer it gets, the more she likes it. So, why ruin a bad thing, right? So, let's see. Well, 2010 has been an interesting year for me. Very interesting. I'm currently sitting in the same room that I recorded this video last year. This is my bedroom. And I've had a few different things kind of hit me very nearly all at once this year. One big thing I have had to deal with is my finances. I've had some really bad financial problems, and earlier this year, August or September, it finally came down to having to take a very, very drastic step to get my finances taken care of, which I've done. And it's not something I'm proud of. Certainly not proud of it, but it's something that I had to do. And so I actually have money to actually spend on things, or to save, more importantly, to save money. Let's see, what else? Well, I went to the doctor for the first time in 30 years this year. And come to find out I have hypertension, I have high blood pressure. I do not have diabetes. I do not have high cholesterol. But I do have hypertension. I do have high blood pressure, which I'm sure I inherited from my mom. And I'm currently under medication for that. Um, the doctor did this test. He had me go through this test, which they call a calcium scan or a calcium test. And what they do is that they kind of wheel you into this device that looks like an MRI, but it doesn't cover your entire body. It only covers like just a few inches below your chin, and then another like 8 or 10 inches below that. Um, and the good news is that I don't have any serious blockage in my arteries or on my heart, which was a concern because my brother Tom had a real big problem with this. He had a quadruple bypass at age 48 and a heart attack. First he had a heart attack, then he had a quadruple bypass. And being his brother, obviously it runs in the family, so it's something that could affect me as well. Turns out my arteries were fine. The doctor was a little concerned that as part of this calcium test, they do it scans the lungs around it as well, not the full lung, but just the little stretch that covers the heart. And my doctor did say that they noticed a little nodule on my left lung, about 4.5 millimeters in diameter. He doesn't know if it's cancerous. It might be cancerous. I certainly hope it's not. But at some point here, I do have to have a full CAT scan done, which is going to cost some money, even with my medical insurance. It's going to cost quite a bit of money, and that's something I'm having to save up money for to do that. Another thing I need to save up a lot of money for, which is, one of the things that kind of hit me this year, is I need to move out of this by March of next year, by the end of March 2011, and so I need to get myself an apartment, and which, sad but true, I've never had to do before. I've never lived in an apartment. I've always lived in houses with roommates, and so that's going to be a big change. That was a big whammy that hit me earlier this year. Fortunately, like I say, my roommate, who I love dearly, Ken, is fantastic, and he's given me a full 4 months notice, so I can't find fault with him for that. So there's that. Let's see. Talked about money. Talked about living, health. I guess that's about it. Otherwise, pretty much same old in my life. Still working a lot. I guess there is one other thing, but it's actually kind of petty to mention, and that is my favorite bar just recently changed ownership. And actually, it didn't change ownership. One of the partners was bought out by the other, and that said partner is now no longer a part of the restaurant. And so the atmosphere isn't quite the atmosphere is not quite the same as it once was. But I'll still be going there, and one of my dogs, my roommate's dog. Anyway, so I guess that's about it. That's really about all that's been happening in my life. I had some great fun earlier this year. I went out to Denver for the Great American Beer Festival. That was the first big trip out of state that I've taken in a long time, with the exception of going to Florida. Going to Florida in February. I've done that a few years in a row now, and hopefully you're going to be doing that again this year. Donna's mother rents out a condo in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, for the entire month of February. And Donna and I go down there and spend a few days while she's there. So looking forward to doing that again. But right now, my big thing is having to concentrate on, saving money as much as possible to get ready to move to an apartment and get all those deposits and things taken care of. So, but all in all, I have to say, 2010 hasn't been all that bad, really. It's despite the things that I've mentioned here, it hasn't been too bad, and for the most part, I think it's been a pretty good year. So, anyway, I guess this has probably gone on long enough. It's coming up on 10 minutes now, so just wanted to again wish all my friends everywhere in California and here in Georgia and anywhere else, friends that have moved. I know I've had friends that have moved up north. There's Eliza. I see Eliza back there. That's my kitty. And now she's jumping down. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Have a great Christmas, everybody. Have a wonderful New Year. Hopefully 2011 will be even better than 2010 was. And I love you folks, and we will be talking to you later on in the coming year. Thanks a lot, and Merry Christmas.